gonna have some marble cheese, marble cheddar cheese. Yeah.
All right.
Recap.
Who wants the recap?
Tom is AFK, which only leaves one more Force user. I wonder who that is. Who's that Force user, guys?
Who's that Force user?
Oh god. Oh god.
Hello, I'm back.
Like, oh, another Force user.
Who will it be, Tom?
Can I?
Who
Is
will
that
it
a
be?
Subway sandwich?
Can I do the recap while eating my sandwich?
I encourage you to.
No,
No.
I'm not gonna do that.
Easy way to not play today.
Yeah, I'm gonna fucking turn off your webcam while you eat too.
Are you smacking his lips? Whoa. Recap.
Recap HD.
Okay.
Yep.
So,
So,
big news.
Yep.
5 days to a rotary blaster cannon. How about it?
How about it?
How about it?
How about it? How about it? How about it?
Just back and forth.
Just
These fucking Cazadors.
shooting lightning, bro. How about it? How about it? Also, 5 days, kill a king. How about it? Okay. So, plan is, Ord Benirians are really nepotistic. They won't accept an Imperial as their leader. They have to be from the family. Wow, kind of cringe, guys. Guess we're gonna kill your dad and make you the planetary pirate king.
Yeah.
So that's the plan. Is commit regicide, gain friends, take Kreenan. Of course, there are some other details in that. Our man, Dartnett Sigi, big guy upstairs, kind of in the corner office, said, "Hey, good job, good job." And basically, we told everybody on the planet, "Fuck you! It's Empire time now." So hit it or quit it, you know, fellas. And we also told him about, he forcibly removed the memories from my fucking skull regarding the crystal cult. Not really a cult, but the crystal people made out of dark side energy and Binnick. So he knows about that now. What he does with it is up to him, but hey, that's the thing for mysteries, you know? That's we don't touch that unless we want to.
does mysteries actually exist? Who knows?
That is the mystery. We don't ask questions, okay? We don't ask questions, we don't answer questions.
Wait, the real
Except
question
when
is,
convenient.
Tom, is that a meatball sub?
Yeah.
That looks good.
Meatballin'. Yeah. Yeah, let's get all the references out.
Tough crowd.
Yeah, okay, all right. roll through it, on to the next one. That's kind of the big points. Fucking Kreezen died.
Oh,
He's
no.
been dead. Wait, look
He's
at
been
that
dead.
little fucking shrug dog kid. It was like, you burned down my house, and he fucking did it. My family is dead, and Tommy just fucking.
Huh? It is what it is.
But we have our new friend.
We haven't even held a funeral for him.
Can't find his body.
Yeah, lost his face.
Did they put a funeral for fucking Vader?
Yeah, they did
Yeah.
actually.
Yeah, but they had his
Exactly.
body
They
with
burned his
him.
ass.
Exactly.
We don't have his
They had
body.
his body.
Yeah, we don't have his body.
What do you think happened to Vader's body?
Wasn't
burned it.
there actually a scene where they actually burned his fucking
Yeah.
body?
Yeah. No, it was his whole
no,
body.
his whole
Luke got
body.
him on the Lambda.
Yeah.
Honestly,
Right now,
I don't know,
treason
just-
is in the bellies of a few beasts right now, and I don't know about you, but I don't want to cut them bitches open.
Nah, Creason's missing in action. He's like a Spartan. He didn't die. He just went missing in action.
Yeah, until we see the body, he's not dead. Dr.
You
Kladdu
moved
is
on
with
really
us.
fast from
Dr. Kladdu, of course, being a man of science, as all good men are, and
Nope.
also a man of narcotics, as all science men are. But we have a healer. I think we have a robot. We have a... Yes, the hauler bot. Perfect for mounting a rotary cannon to. Not for recon, just we'll put it on the bot. It would hold it. And I believe that that is about damn near everything.
And then, if anyone had anything within the 5 days that we were waiting or anything like that, to let Boom know to be resolved.
Yeah.
So I hope you guys did that.
No. I
I'm
think
an
that
offense
means a
man.
no.
I'm an offense man. I don't do intrigue.
I wasn't doing intrigue, I was just spending time. Told them what I was doing. Spending time with people. Making connections. I did want to go to the city, though, within one of those 5 days to check out, excuse me, Ternosk again. But this time, no destination required. And just walk.
I
If
don't think they're going to
possible.
let you.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think if you were going to walk, you would wind up at the base level of the city at like the trees, and that's kind of like the no-go zones. It's like the lower levels of Coruscant.
I said if possible.
I think they just tell you to go away.
That's cool.
Yeah, they wouldn't let you.
I'm gonna burn your whole city down. Fuck you all. Ah! Sorry.
It is a very flammable city.
Nope.
If God didn't want me to burn it down, why did he make it of trees?
Nothing like a little napalm won't. It does. Yep, it
I
does.
walk up with my fucking flint and steel in Minecraft, and I hit the base of the big oak tree and start a forest
Why are you
fire
creeping my
that never...
base? You're creeping my base.
Fucking
creeping my base.
born with a fucking flint and steel.
Darth said you get the fuck out of my room. I'm playing Minecraft.
Why does he do it so well? What the hell?
And just wait. Hockey's revenge.
But
I have to
5
have that
days.
saved.
Four of you are put into isolation, never to come out of your little rooms. Never to do anything within 5 days. So
I'm
sad.
contemplating the nature of the dark side. Don't look at me like that, dumb, you fuck.
But it's 5 days. In these 5 days, you guys can see or hear about that there's a lot of activity around the planet, and this mostly comes from Imperial military. The Ministry of War has landed, and though hasn't taken any engagements yet, or any like large scale engagements that people hear about, across the planet. They have made beachheads. Whether or not they will hold them is another thing entirely, as historically they have not been able to hold them. But going forward, you can hear about that. Anyone who wants to, actually, and of those, anyone who wants to, the highest person with the highest perception, give me a perception check.
Yeah, that's
That's
higher than
really
7.
big. That's higher than 9.
It's higher than 8.
Are you focused in perception, or do you just have really high whiz?
What feat do you have?
The feat skill focus.
Oh, that would do it, yeah. Ooh, that's pretty good too.
That's fucking.
Better than my 1 in perception.
Anyone who wants to help them, make your roll. Anyone above a 10 adds plus 1.
Let me. Well, I might. There's no negatives to it, so let's try it.
Okay, well that's still a 10.
I just got a 12. No, I got a 9. Fuck.
Me with a nat 1 still at 0%.
All right, Dom. Whatever, whoever passes with the DC 10, you can
So-
add plus 1 to it.
3 out of 4.
34. Now, coming
right.
from Dom,
Roll the force point. Get the 40, the straight 40. Dom
You
looks
don't
out
need it,
along
Dom.
his kingdom.
actually, no. If you want, give me a galactic lore check. If you want, like, just an extra bit of oomph to it. Yeah. — 12. Okay. So, Dom, weirdly enough, you see around the camp while you're making your various little stops, helping out the Imperial military where it is, investigating, different, as the troops rejoin the field and start scouting around. Every once in a while there's an attack on the soldiers from the local fauna. Still very dangerous, but nothing, no casualties. It's just the different the way of life out here. Very dangerous. But in your day-to-day routine, you spot an Imperial shuttle that seems to be a bit more pizzazzed up than usual. And this may warrant an extra gander, an extra look-sees, as 3 figures cloaked in all red come out. You don't really, stories, but to see these 3 men it's kind of strange, given the rather dull and between the different greens and the browns of the planet, with an occasional red in the distance from the Binnick exposure. But these crimson dressed figures, tall and imposing, that go straight to the command room. It's kind of a cause for concern. But with your galactic lore check, you do know the names or the name of this organization. And what they kind of do, and they're the sort of bodyguard, sort of elite battalion of the Empire. They protect and investigate very, very high and dangerous points of interest, as well as protecting different members of the elite Imperial Society, namely and usually on behalf of the Emperor himself. So to see these sort of figures is a rare sight across the hundreds to thousands of worlds that the Empire owns and sees to. To see these guys is incredible. And it is with that anyone that they come across immediately treats them with reverence. Like some sort of deity. And just shortly after they arrive, they leave, probably within an hour or two. But they do make their appearance and they leave. Sure. 19. So with that, you can tell that this is, it is not a space worthy, or it is a space worthy ship, though it does not hold its own hyperdrive. It is a shuttle belonging to another ship. And of that ship, it could be any host of the Imperial Navy up in space. But this shuttle is, as previously said, a more souped up version of what your traditional Imperial military gets. It is, it has the best armaments, the best armor, the best crew. It is made for the best of the best. Okay. You can give me a roll. It will be a higher roll, I'll tell you, to try to be let through. As your 26. With a 26, you are allowed through as, again, even the sort of mundane troops that are accompanying these crimson-clad envoys are higher than even the rank and file of the Imperial military stationed here. And they don't remove their helmets at all. They are sustained by their vacuum-sealed their armor, rather than even taking in a hint of the Ordinarian oxygen. And with robotic voices, they speak out that you can be let through, though. They search you down and they search whatever package you want to try to give them. Mm-hmm. Very good. And once you kind of fluff up the apprentice, of which these Imperials don't seem to be entirely phased by. They, these are warriors that have likely seen the downfall of numerous planets. One just adding another one isn't. It's just another take on their service record. But they'll accept and usher you along thereafter.
What do you mean, my forge signature?
Huh?
What?
Yeah, some guy calling him Speaker of the Emperor and the Wrath of the Emperor is... Huh, that's a pretty flashy title.
Urge.
Yeah, there's these
Yeah.
guys called the Fingers. They want to talk. I mind trick myself to forget my name. You, who exactly did you give my name to?
Well, at least he didn't give
I-
my name to them.
Oh yes, very good. Thank you, Alvaro. That is very helpful.
Well,
Yeah, go ahead and include yourself in. Do you know what they are doing? Okay, all right. I'm sure if they deign to give this message any sort of consideration, perhaps it would be to our best benefit then, so long as we accomplish the task competently. And hopefully they just ignore it. They forget about it. They throw it in the trash.
Or they'll remember it forever.
Or they'll, oh no, they, of course they're going to remember it forever. It's already been copied and added to the archives. I'll be a Darth in 5 years and they'll be coming back for a favor. Yeah, I know. Okay. Oh goodness. I can't imagine what they would be doing here. Why here specifically? Oh, I can't imagine what that would be. I am sure that it is completely unrelated to anything that we have found in this general area.
We haven't found anything strange. I don't know what you're talking about. We found nothing out there.
Exactly, nothing.
And if you had, you certainly didn't report it.
I move object Dr. Kladdu into a trash. I push him into the nearest locker and I close the door.
Which moth was that?
Grand Moff Barkin.
Grand Moff Kilrin.
Yeah, Kilrin's still alive here.
Yep.
The Butcher of Coruscant.
Can you imagine getting that fucking
Name.
Yeah.
Honorific? Yeah, based.
He also fucked upon the Togruta as well.
Yeah.
Breaker of Bennick? God.
The rock candy people breaker.
Rock candy people?
Yes, the forbidden rock candy people made out of Bennick.
Oh no. I wonder. It would probably cost too much money. But to gather information to see what they were doing in there, I feel like I could ask, but I don't know if
At least
it's
you know
worth
you
it.
probably won't fail. Yeah.
I can always
Uh,
help you with the gather information, give you +1.
I'm back.
Because I got that as a skill.
Uh, the DC would be like 25, wouldn't it? Mm.
Not
Well,
yet.
Yeah, and I,
Well, I mean, there's no Death Star. Why would you be looking for the...
No, there's worse mega weapons in this time period.
All right.
yes,
name 10
I
of them.
will have a silencer.
Hammer Station.
Okay.
Anything to do with the Zagul.
Yeah, Iocath.
Yeah, Star
That's not a
Forge.
weapon. It's a Star Forge is not a weapon. That's a conspiracy.
You could turn it into a weapon.
There's the. Do the silencers count? Because I mean, technically they
I
are
don't think
deployed.
they. I wouldn't call them planet killers. I'd call them fleet killers.
They certainly are.
Until the Republic changes its doctrine and counters them entirely.
The Dreadmasters themselves.
Yeah, the Dreadmasters
Yeah.
are a planet killer. I'll give you that. The Dread
Yeah.
Seeds.
Oh yeah, I mean, does the
Like-
Rackable plate count? Because technically it's a biological warfare agent.
Yeah, because you can spread it. Yeah.
It's probably pretty nice. Sounds pretty nice. I don't know
Yeah.
anything about it.
Mm-hmm. Terrace is definitely still Eucanopolis. Definitely.
Well, it wasn't the Rat Ghouls who did that.
No.
Nope. No, I'll give you that. Yeah, I think that's about it.
Hammer Station's the big one. Also, the Emperor.
Yeah.
My dick. my
dick?
dick. My dick's planet killer.
Got you there, Econ.
Okay, but it's still not
There you
10
have it.
though. So thoughts?
How many
Thoughts?
was that?
I wasn't counting.
Oh, well, I got two more super planet killer weapons. My balls.
I cast Rend.
Forrest Griffith's testicles.
Yeah.
He's a LARPer.
I fucking move object and Tom gives off a fucking train whistle. don't know. I don't know if it's. It could be worth it. Could be. I don't know, guys. What do you think?
You can you can see what direction they go into. Yeah, I'll tell you what direction they go in.
I leave it in your hands.
Yeah, I don't think I can fail the attack.
That was a 3.
Okay. So you actually can find that they don't actually return to low orbit to any of the ships. They instead go directly towards the unnamed city that you guys know has been bombarded by Imperial forces.
Oh.
Whoa.
Where do you keep getting spies? Who is your deal?
Okay,
Show
okay.
them who-
We'll come back to that later. What did you find? Like, what did you spend the money on?
Well, I've got a feeling I know what their mission is.
Find the things that nobody saw in the jungle about a week ago.
Probably.
About a week ago.
But
Week ago.
Week ago.
Sorry, I had to. It demanded me. It took me over.
You're a fucking robot.
What?
Khan's a fucking robot, dude.
What, my
Spitting
internet?
out pre-programmed responses. Okay. Let's see. Let us see. I'm trying to put my brain together. Curiosity question. The other beachheads established by the Ministry of War, how many are on our continent and how far away are they?
Sorry, say it again.
The other beachheads established by the Ministry of War,
Mhm.
how many are on the continent that we are on, and how far away are they?
There are 2 on your continent, and they are quite away. They're on the other side of the massive mega city one that I told you about earlier.
Green and
Yes.
okay. All right. Do we know if they are under the command of another Sith, or are they just under regimental, divisional command?
Very likely. I mean, one way or another, they are under control of the Sith. Though whether or not,
Naturally.
whether or not the bases are House Sith, it's also very likely, given how populous the Sith are. It's very likely that, there's much like the apprentices or even maybe low Sith lords on the planet.
Stink lords. Okay. All right. Then today is the day of days. Got to start the race somehow. The question is, it is day 5. That is the prearranged day of a new man's funeral. So, let us see. Fellas, do you think I should call up Sim and
Yep.
coordinate, or do we just
Who called the police? Yeah, you should probably contact him and make sure we can at least land. Maybe don't breach OPSEC.
I agree.
Okay.
Also, I got a question.
What's up?
Okay.
For the weapon attacks, I know the dex modifier is applied to attack. Is there a modifier that applies to damage, or is there just none?
No.
Not
Okay, good.
normally on range.
Not on range
attacks.
weapons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you punch someone in the head, your strength counts. There are some things that'll add your dex mod or
Finesse.
mod to your damage, but it's very selective.
Finesse does not actually add dex to damage.
No, there is a force power that does it. It is very restrictive.
It's not,
You have to
it's
get a
a,
Karu.
Yeah, it's a lightsaber thing.
There is also a thing that'll let you add your charisma mod to damage, but you have to heavy feat noble and maybe force sensitive, I forget.
I think it's a... Is it a feat or is it a talent? I think it's a duelist talent.
Yeah, it's a duelist talent.
Yeah, no, but when I got my heavy blaster rifle recon, that was like, I am not going up in any damage, and I am not going down in any damage. I reached my plateau for damage.
Makes sense.
I just get tankier, that's all.
Yeah, I get the money.
We
He
get
gets
that,
the money.
We get that money. We're in it together now. You're not alone.
Yep.
Okie dokie. I will contact Sim and make sure that all the party favors are in arrangement and we have our approach vector.
Call him up. What do you say? He is on the line. Hello, I'm on the line. Ring ring.
Wow, welcome back to the line. Prince Sim, I was making sure of the arrangements that we have today, that everything is on schedule and you are prepared to receive us for our diplomatic mission.
We are. I was kind of expecting you to call earlier. Thing is, Pops needs to get under faster or quicker than we arranged.
All right. First, what needs to happen, and why? Why exactly do we need to accelerate here?
Well, you see, when we blamed that we had royal blood in us by right of the Pirate King from way before rest his soul. He apparently a lot of other families also thought they had claims to the throne. With the Imperials here, we're hearing there's a lot of reports of, Trinoskian intelligence isn't something to scoff at. We rule the skies, and we rule the skies because, we got good ears, and we got good eyes, and
I don't think that translates.
what was that? I heard something in the background.
Nothing.
Just a little bit of interference is all.
Yeah, I'm hearing something.
You will
good
not
ears.
anymore. I think I've settled the communications issue.
Okay. Well, we've been hearing that some families are reaching out to you Imperials and thinking their blood is heavier than ours.
I see. So we need to capitalize and get on board with this first.
That is, I want to be alive, but if you want us to be alive, I think we're all in the same boat.
Naturally. Then, of course, we will accelerate the plans. Then we will see you in just a few moments.
Good. Make sure to have a plan, because we only have a few days.
So what needs to be done exactly?
What did you say?
What needs to be done exactly? Like, are we killing his fucking dad? Like, is that basically what we're doing exactly?
Well, yeah, as I understand it.
Yep.
From an OC perspective.
Yes, that's what I'm asking from those.
Yes.
Not ICD. Yeah.
Yes.
You just said put him under. We could just be like, putting him to bed, like reading him a bedtime story.
We fucking kill him, and he walks in and is like, okay, I've got the warm milk and cookies, time to put him to sleep. Oh my.
I meant move him to the underground map room.
So,
he was moved underground. So yes, kill his dad. There are other families who are trying to procure king of the planet, rulership, royal blood, by going out to other Imperials. So we need to actually get in there and secure the foothold in the city by killing his dad. The rest of the plan that he is alluding to is how are we going to strengthen this man's claim? Right?
Murder!
Fair assessment.
yeah.
Okay. So we will have to discuss a political strategy at a later time. That's the few days. We only have a few days part. Political strategy regarding that.
Yep.
Current strategy is kill his dad.
Yep.
Am I checking all the boxes here, right?
That's what I had assumed. I just wanted to make sure that we were on the same page. Alright, so are we gonna get a bunch of the Mandalorians or commandos and help him infiltrate Are we about to fucking battle? We can battle course stomp this bitch, and all of a sudden, look, a ship
just fly.
was let through and flies straight to the palace, and then, oh wow, look, there's like 40 fucking Mandalorians fully kitted out, ready to fucking kill.
Wow, what's that Imperial shuttle doing? Oh no, it's attacking us. We're at war with the Imperials.
Well, what's
No,
the Imperial shuttle doing?
Wow, what is this invasion force doing in our city? No, I think we are a dedicated small strike team.
Yes,
in
for-
assistance to the prince to help him deal with the freeman and insurgent menace in his midst.
Wow.
Looking like a true politician.
Yes, we will expose the true grand plan that the traitor that they put on trial earlier. This was the fruition of his plan. We have to stop it. Oh no, the king's dead.
Second aspect.
Long live the king.
Once the king is dead, we're probably also gonna have to kill Anders, or get him on our side.
Yeah. No, Sim and Anders planned this out. They agreed on this.
Indeed, and if
Yeah, but here's the thing. Anders is more bright than Sem,
yes, but
and Anders is gonna have a way to try and kill fucking Sem. So
Yes,
if we want to, we're gonna have to kill Sem.
Yes, but I will pull him apart with my force.
Also, Zem has probably better combat stats and longer arms and can reach Anders' throat first. So
Well, Anders isn't gonna do it himself. He's a pussy. He's a diplomat. He's not a fighter. He's a diplomat. Ideally speaking, he probably has majority of the individuals underneath him already. I think Anders is the bigger threat in general. Of course, Sem is a little good little puppet boy, little fighter boy. Oh, little pilot, little Anakin basically, but with less prowess.
I haven't seen a man be able to diplomatically talk his way out of Force lightning.
No, I get that. I'm just saying, once this is done and Sem has bowed the knee, I don't think Sem is no longer, or either Anders needs to get the fuck out of Dodge, or or the city. He becomes our political fucking, puppet, basically, as Sem was going to be, and paraded all around the Imperial worlds. Sorry, I say we as a collective term, yet I should say you guys. And that way Anders is out of Sem's hands, and Sem can at least be a wonderful puppet rather than having the interference of Anders. Or we just kill him. Or we put Anders on the throne and Sem goes bye-bye. If we strike a better deal with Anders.
I think these are all good options. I think we should be loosely prepared for all of them, but not call a shot right now.
I mean, ideally, we follow our word, because that's what I like.
Yes.
But I didn't agree to shit. That was a you guys thing.
I Destiny point move object Anders into space, and we'll just throw him into the stratosphere.
I throw him into the sun.
He fucking cartwheels into the sun like a fucking Pokemon character.
More like a Gmod ragdoll on like.
I Gmod fizz gun him with the move object.
On like
exclamation point freeze! Exclamation.
Who's the Gendai again? Kurgis? No. They got dropped in this one. Yeah, Dirge. There you go. Just escape pod his ass into a fucking escape pod. Oh no, it's destined towards the sun!
I think that was a different Gendai then.
No, that was Dirge. Dirge got
no, Dirge doesn't die from Obi-Wan. Yeah, I think he does die later on in a comic or something.
No, he dies from Obi-Wan. In that thing. Gets sent to the sun.
No, in the 2003 Star Wars? Clone Wars?
Mm-hmm.
No, dude, he gets fucking electrocuted, and he absorbs Obi-Wan, and Obi-Wan explodes him with the Force from inside. It was on Munilist, I remember.
I'm so glad you remember that little tidbit from an animated series in 2003. But
now, I watched that shit on repeat, bro. I had that on lock.
Sorry,
my
let me.
little
That is
fucking
quintessential
movie
Star Wars
play.
content.
Sorry, let me
So cool.
let me put that. Let me put that there, right there, real quick for you.
But I think we have
There you
the
go.
basis of
There you go,
it.
John. Get fucked, John.
Yeah, but he died there. But that's
He
not
pulled his Ethernet. He pulled his Ethernet.
He's so blown the fuck out that he's like.
I'm
falling
DDoSing
off
him so
the
he doesn't have a
internet.
response. I'm DDoSing so he doesn't have a response. Get fucked.
It's better the harder he tries to fight. Now he just sounds like every John character ever played.
What everybody hears when John stutters once.
Fuck.
God, am I still... Oh,
Holy fuck, dude.
You're all bad.
You got fucked.
You got the dust storm internet.
Who is it? What? Listen, kick
I'm
your
back.
fucking ass. Who is this?
Very good.
am I?
Yes.
Okay, first of all, Khan said that Obi-Wan killed him, and he fucking didn't. It clearly says Skywalker there, you bitch. Second, I said it originally, he dies off screen. in the fucking comic.
Fuck you, boy.
Fuck.
All right, but listen. You lagged, so you lost. Thoughts?
Facts. Facts. Big facts.
Sorry, John.
No.
Sorry, John. You pull your Ethernet cable, and this is what happens.
Go Canadian.
As you can
help
see,
yourself.
the more you fuck around, the more you're gonna find out.
Shut up, you stupid bitch! Yeah.
Even so, we have a good plan here, good bones, and good options for when the plan will obviously change. Dr. Kladdu feels good about it. He doesn't know how much he's going to help when the firefight starts, but he will try. But he will also try and stay back. And maybe keep tabs on wherever we park.
Yeah, you know the Trinoskians, bro. You can't leave your shuttle unlocked in their spaceport at all. You come back to see it fucking instead of on skids, it's on cinder blocks.
My only fucking request is when we go into the spaceport again, I get to take a shit in their map room.
Odd request.
Mandalore the pooper.
Mandalore the defecator.
Mandalore the irritable.
Yes. That one.
Yes. But Dr. Kladdu is prepared. He will spin his med packs.
Okay. Recon, you have the rotary blaster cannon, right?
Do I?
Yes.
Did
5
everyone ever
days.
pick it up?
5 days have passed.
Boom. Hello.
You have
Yeah,
it
you have
in
it.
your hands.
You
I have it in my
you
hands.
have
He is
to have it
finessing it.
before. You simply have the
License.
license for it too.
Oh, so I can buy things and use them immediately. I just it's not
well,
it's on license.
you can. Waiting for the license is yes.
You had it disassembled
could
in a
be in-
case.
You can be in some hot water if
Okay. I can have it disassembled in a case in my trunk. But if I find myself in a self-defense situation,
Yeah, if
I
you
can
were in a
use it.
self-defense situation and you were being hunted down by the police, and they saw that your rotary blaster cannon had a bump stock to it, you would be immediately fucked up the ass, and your
That's
dog would be
actually
killed.
the reason why the red guys are here. They're making sure that he's complying with the licensing.
Comply.
Do not use the cursed one without good reason.
I've another Discord that I'm in has like same volume and worse.
What the fuck?
Like a whole soundboard is actually worse somehow. I played the Holocall one and they were like, bro, that was mid. They're fucking used to it.
Audio engineers are built different. They know how to hit you. But Dr. Kladdu is ready.
Okay. I have a lightsaber, so I think I'm ready.
What's your plan?
Let's see. Plan is we have no plan.
Can I get
Tell us what's the plan.
Does he have blueprints of the castle that I could have? I mean, I did also like record everything when we were, or not like note everything strategically when I was there. Like I had an old tactic roll of like an assault, if I remember.
Yeah, you did.
You did, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, Dr. Kladdu's plan would be to land under the presumption of, hey.
Why don't you guys talk it out?
Yeah.
Make a plan.
Yeah.
Ideally speaking, this is what's going to happen, right? Is we're going to arrive in the spaceport, right? We're going to be escorted to the palace yet again. And
Naturally.
from the aspect of the palace, that it's innately up to what we want to do, or what Sem and everyone has agreed. Ultimately speaking, a private meeting with the king and the quote-unquote royals would be fantastic, and then all of a sudden, oh my god, the king no longer can breathe, and he's dead. But that also everyone would be like, point at us and be like, you killed him! So if we actually get there, do the deed, and then leave Sem with the aspect of dealing with the after aspect, saying that the king shortly passed away after signing the treaty to join the Empire and everything of that like, which would ultimately bring more hate towards us as well, but it still would get it done. So I would write down the treaty, by the way, that we're going to be signing of them this one. That they become fucking a member of the Empire. An invitation. Then I would have the general. I would contact the general, and whenever the deal has been signed, and Sem has announced that we are now under the Empire, I would have all the troops already ready to station themselves within Chernosk, like within 20 minutes. Not even. I'd say within even 5 minutes. Have transport shuttles arrive immediately, blah, 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 blah. That way, if there is a revolt by Anders, right?
Or any of the other families.
Freeman, yeah. Then at least we have a defensible position of the city.
Good bones. Actual concrete plan of achieving that.
We're gonna have to kill the fucking royal guards with the king. That is just natural.
Well, yeah, so I think everybody going around in a circle, Dr. Kladdu's plan would be land under the auspices of diplomacy.
Mm-hmm.
Ideally, he and Rafan work together on a treaty. I'll probably roll knowledge to bureaucracy, get a base treaty down. Get us into the castle, combination of our social skills and being good boys. Once we're in the castle, try and arrange an audience with Zem. Zem set us up with, hey, let's move into the dad room, and oh no, we discover the royal guards, they could not be trusted. Dr. Kladdu conveniently hides under a table while the king's life is spared save for one poor dying cretin that stabs him in the back 47 times. And then we kill that man, and Zem weeps, but strong, brave prince tears, and then rises up a king, strong, brave king. That's Kladdu's plan.
Yeah.
Yeah, that seems like a.
Yeah.
I think that's a pretty good idea.
Works with my plan as well. Ultimately speaking.
Jerrick also has an idea.
Okay.
So we do all that, right? Aside from killing the royal guards. But here's the big kicker. We buy a droid. Okay?
Yep.
Okay. I'm with you.
I pat my droid and bring him out so he can listen too.
We buy a thermal detonator.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
I put my droid away.
We give the droid the thermal detonator. Right?
Okay.
Okay? We arm it. You follow me here? And then we have the droid run up to the king and blow up. Thoughts?
Okay. Not a bad idea at all. Probably the most direct of any of the plans.
Who has the most money? Can you even buy that?
Actually,
we can buy a
not
droid
hard.
pretty easily.
I can buy all the components. In fact, Dr. Kladdu.
I think the most expensive part is the thermal detonator, and also
you can even do it cheaper with Dr. Kladdu, because Dr. Kladdu can use detonite, and he has the mechanics roll to make it work.
Because you want to have some disconnect between who does the killing and then who has to clean up, right? Because if the big opener is, oh, there was a bombing and it killed some royal guards and it probably killed the king, or maybe it didn't, and then we killed the king with like one of the other royal guard swords.
We have a droid with magnet shoes go onto the roof and then drop down onto the king's head with a thermal detonator.
We name this droid Bobo.
Yes, Bobo finally does something useful.
no thermal detonator. He just fucking atomic elbow straight from the road.
Gives the people's elbow down.
I mean, I don't mind that plan. I just don't have any money, so I can't actually suggest the plan because I don't have any money. So
I could do it. It's just a matter
of. I can offer some insight as well.
Sure.
If it's warranted.
Yes, please.
Yeah, I would.
I think
You
so.
have allies.
Naturally.
Who may be able to help you. The one thing that is probably your major concern is not to have Imperials blamed for the murdering and invasion of Trinoskians.
Who do we know that topples governments on a regular basis?
I'm thinking. Hold on.
Oh, Jerrick snapped his fingers. The Hutts.
Yes!
That is true.
The Mandalorians.
That is also true.
Imperial intelligence?
There you go. Ding, 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 ding.
That's a stupid idea. Shut up. Anyway, back to Maya.
I'm gonna fuck the king and then kill him after.
I mean, we should probably get like no
That's
meme.
how I kill off my character.
No meme. We should probably organize a meeting between the officials of the Imperials within this camp. General Rain, Nasira, this Sith intelligence, and everything. Imperial
You guys
intelligence.
Are commanders.
Or commanders. So we should go ahead and organize a meeting.
Tom, by the way,
as
we're gonna do the bomb droid thing. I have 5,000 to as a slush fund to contribute.
Okay, I will keep it in mind, but it won't be too expensive if I go the detonite route. And then if I do that, I can just remote detonate it. I just say, okay, die now. But
You also have your master, who is your boss.
Yep. Call him in the
Master
meeting
is
as
my
well.
boss. That's crazy.
Hmm. Okay. So, we have a few plans, but we're going to table them pending further information from this meeting
Yes.
and consultation with people who are more familiar
Opinions
with
matter.
assassinations.
Yes. Ideally, as well, it'd also be interested because your master has not given us any direct orders for, considering now 7 days a week. So no more than a week, like 2 weeks. Lol. It would be nice to at least hear his opinion upon the matter, as well as Sith intelligence's Imperial intelligence. Freudian slip, you know.
Yeah, Sith intelligence. That's crazy. What an idea. I mean, wouldn't that be nice?
That's crazy.
I move object to Aloran into a locker.
But yeah. We will set up a meeting, boom. Or I'll let John do the talking, because he technically is the commander. I'm just so lowly.
I'm the Alliance
Mandalorian.
commander.
No.
Oh, Lana Benico, summon my commanders.
Okay, never mind. You are the Alliance commander now. That was very on point. Anyone who accepts my fanfiction of Lana Benico and the Alliance Commander is immediately the Alliance Commander.
I'll have my most trusted agent, Agent Sean. He will go out there and assemble my commanders.
Okay.
All right. Rally up to the command post.
Have Lord Kylo on a holo call.
Yes, I fully intend to have Lord Kylos on the holo call. I sent him an email inviting him to the Zoom meeting. It's me with a beach background in front of my holo webcam.
Okay. Give me 1 second.
This music's very epic for what's going on right now. Hold on.
That's just because it's waiting for me to post this here. The only question is how many 5d6s and if we want to sacrifice a less nice droid. If we wanted to go that route.
We buy the fucking mouse droid and it can't go up the steps. He stands on his throne. It's like 5 steps, no less, and it fucking doesn't do it.
I throw the mouse droid like a fucking football at him.
Use move object on the mouse droid to throw it at him.
just subtly climb it up the stairs. Like,
No. You move object, the droid is backstage. Oh, man.
Okay. So headed towards the command room of the military base here. After your summons of the command staff, of which includes of course, General Rodrine, commander or general of the Imperial forces on or in this military base. Another Imperial of impressive distinction is, of course, Imperial Intelligence. Watcher 37. Above the two of them, you do note that your fellow Sith in arms, the apprentices, Nasira, as well as Dadadan
It's
Anto.
boy! I say aloud.
Hey, you smell.
I don't say hi to him. I don't bow.
And
Breaks it
chiefly
to the-
ranking above everyone else here is Lord Kylos in the flesh.
Could I have suggested the invitation of Alohel or no?
Well, funny you should say that, as arriving slightly behind you
Hell yeah.
is the Mandalorian Battlemaster.
Hell yeah.
A little late, but she is here. Lightsabers adorned on her waist as trophies.
Fashionably late.
And as she enters, she removes her helmet, offers the faintest of bows, but bows nonetheless. The three Sith seem to be conversating with themselves, or more, Lord Kylos is giving directives towards his
Property.
Yes.
What does it sound like? Like, basis of?
Um,
You don't have to tell me the exact one, just like what kind
give me a
of.
perception check.
Oh, fuck.
I will make it with you as I probably bow repeatedly to everybody who enters the room.
17, dog! What's up?
Not bad.
Okay.
Not bad.
Not
What's
at all.
up, motherfuckers? I almost beat Tom with
Yeah,
a plus one.
RNG.
Hearing precise words is a challenge, as some of them fuse into different languages. Whether to keep his apprentices,
Attention.
not necessarily attention, but to keep, or more to encourage his apprentices to learn other languages in favor of expanding their diplomatic worth. As you can be stationed in more places if you know more languages. In which case, Nasira seems to have a more natural advantage given that she is a native of Ord Banir. But the overall attitude seems to be neutral. Whether or not he knows the ins and outs of what's happened the last few days is questionable. But he does not seem to be reprimanding or too demanding of his apprentices right here and right now.
Gotcha. Can I have a? Can I like plug my? either data pattern or anything like that and provide the image of the palace, at least that I would be able to capture.
You should have the
Sure.
holo recorder I gave you.
Yeah, so I'm gonna do that. And I don't know, I'm gonna let Lord Kylos finish speaking to his apprentices, I guess, but if everyone is ready, I guess.
Well, how do you come in? So you've just summoned, or they were summoned here.
Yep.
Lord Kylos, likely not. Kind of
Holocall.
surprised that he is here in the flesh, but exactly the context is unknown of why everyone is here. So,
Wonderful.
I will
Rafan,
probably be there early to greet everybody as the poster child of socialite excellence.
Rafan, do you want to be the one speaking, or shall I just make it blunt and address everyone?
I'll be the first one to get it all to order.
Understood. My lord. I will bow.
how deep? How low?
Not very low.
Okay.
I move object his foot a little bit back so he bows.
No, I got
It's a
good
lunge.
I got good core strength. Yeah, I just lunge right in front of him, going, "What's up, pussy?"
Well, that is impressive.
I'm probably gonna be matching Alohel's energy, if not a little deeper than Alohel, as I'm not near into her position, but enough to show that it's there, but I don't really care. Except for Lord Kylos. Lord Kylos and Darth Inazursi get the whole goddamn thing, or Natsiji, sorry.
You just keep that. But yeah, I will ensure that all polite decorum is followed, and I will bow readily. Perhaps even twice.
Nope. Only once.
I salute the flag.
Salute the flag on top of the mountaintop.
God bless
Flag.
the USA.
Salute
I
the
got
flag.
3 things to say. God bless our troops. God bless America. And drivers. Start your address. I fucking love that video. Sorry. I gotta listen to it right now.
That's how I start the meeting. And commanders, start your operation. Okay. Of course, all due respect to Lord Kylos. Though I will indicate that now that we have everybody here, it's time to get underway. And I will start with a tactical recap of our position and our next steps forward, which is Tranosk is ready to bend the knee. They will come under Imperial sway, and with them, our ability to press forward into Kreenan. But for us to gain full control over Tranosk, we have to eliminate the current king and install friendly parties, the princes, into power. So that is the tactical obstacle before us currently to achieve our operational goals, take Tranosk, prepare to move on to Kreenan. So I'll give them the whole rundown of the political development for Lord Kylos, and I'll address the tactical concerns of we have an end to the city. We just need to eliminate the king to our military commanders.
Yeah, roll tactics roll for me.
I have my fucking tactics monkey for that.
Yeah. I whispered in your ear the entire time.
I click my PowerPoint presentation onto con slides to
I have
to
them.
provide.
I have them watermarked.
It's a little fucking Mandalorian helm with like a smiley
Yeah.
face on it.
Exactly.
But yeah, I'll give Lord Kylos the full political situation, the royal bloodline, the using the helms to spearhead or reduce Ordinarian resistance to Imperial occupation through planetary puppet, stuff we went over in school. Huh? Use the local cultures and norms to integrate them into Imperial bureaucracy. But to do that first, we got to kill the king.
And then we will look over towards the Sith intelligence and as much as we have the entirety of the plan selected, we do not have the ideal situation planned for the assassination of the king. We've come
Tactical
up with
considerations.
Yes, we've come up with a few tactical considerations and plans regarding it. However, any commander's opinion, let alone as well as my lord's opinions upon the matter, would be rather ideal. I smile.
Ugh. It's creepy. Cut that out.
He's wearing a helmet. You can't.
Hey,
No, I'm not. I like my helmet off.
No, he's doing the bit. I smile under my mask.
Yeah. That's
No,
that
no.
was a meme.
No.
Slash me smirks.
I smirk under my mask.
No, I have my helmet off.
Yep, I've got my calm, placid smile as I let the people talk war. I will gladly talk poison, but I will wait my turn.
Yeah, I mean, right now we have the option of quite literally, ideally speaking, we have the idea of poison, explosives, and a droid, or simply manual assassination. However, obviously the ideal response would be that the Imperials are not to be blamed for this instance. And then I will just shift my eyes over towards Cypher 37. Or Watcher 37, sorry.
God, I wish I had a cipher. Wouldn't that be crazy?
That'd be fucking great if we had a Cypher right now.
Bro, I'd be fucking just like kicking my feet up. Damn, it feels good to be Imperial intelligence. What a shame.
Imperial intelligence when you need them, and Sith intelligence when you make fun of them.
Sith intelligence when I'm in control of them. Always, by the way. Parentheses.
Sith intelligence with Rafan at the helm? That's an oxymoron.
Even better one. Sith intelligence with Alvaro in charge of it.
Oh god.
I'm intelligently bashing my head into your defenses.
Okay, I take my spies and I charge them at you.
Hey, why do your spies have a C4 strapped to their chest?
Don't worry about it. It's a very
Yes.
tactical and secret plan.
Yes, we should use assassins. Raise an army of assassins and march them at the capital. But
That's just
That's just an army.
yeah, that's just
All
an
you've done is make an army.
Where exactly? I guess I wouldn't know this information off the top of my head. However, John character might. We know that Nasiro is a native Benirian, but where from Benir? I know, obviously speaking, that she was a Jedi before, and assumably in the temple on Benir. But is she a native to Trinask, or is she a native to one of the other megacities?
You would have to ask her.
Fair. John, now's your time to ask Watcher 37 for her opinion.
Yes, I will. I will ask Watcher 37. Well, I will, of course, update her on the situation inside the city that Sim provided regarding the Freeman, where there was suspicion regarding members of the court bringing in the Freeman to destabilize or just allowing it to run amok. And a kangaroo court was held to execute one of them, probably some political rival, but kind of irrelevant. How do you think we can spend this to our advantage regarding the king? And do we have any assets on the inside to begin with that intelligence has not quite notified yet? I kind of doubt it. I doubt that we would have any sort of intelligence asset in there without them just saying.
Watcher 37 takes a step forward and she inclines her head towards Lord Kylos before she speaks, as if to indicate, you know, hey, you might not want to hear this information. But she speaks up. Imperial intelligence operations are unfortunately outside of your purview. While we do acknowledge the benefit this command station provides, we are no more part of it than you are of Imperial intelligence.
A clear separator between powers, as completely understandable.
That being said, if you wish to make use of Imperial intelligence, things can be arranged. Favors, exchange of resources.
I love exchanging resources. It was something of a pastime for my family, Rafan, I say in a very, in Rafan's entourage, supporting him from the side. Wingman.
Yeah, that's me. That's Rafan's and Lord Curtis's no, Kylos's ultimate deal. Unless
Lord Kylos does not speak up, and instead he seems to be placing the faith of the or direction of this staff meeting, command staff meeting, in your hands, considering that you called it, and if he needs to put his foot down, he very likely will. However, has not yet.
Indeed.
I mean, can I just say, I guess I'll sidebar it one with at least into Rafan's ear and say simply, I mean, Imperial Intelligence did ideally help us in the first initialization. So, of, you know, everything. Ideally, I would like to know what this. Well, we would like to know what this favor is in response. But however, I mean, it is a deal with the devil, but ultimately a deal with the devil, which will innately benefit us both.
Yeah, I am the devil.
Because I will say, at least, if we want to continue to pursue what we can do, you know, shooting things and getting things done is fantastic, and I'm great at that. However, that can only solve certain situations, and having Imperial intelligence on our side is great.
Naturally, and they are the best tool for the job.
Indeed. I'm not a expert upon assassinations. Nor the Mandalorians.
On quiet assassination.
No, yeah, actually, I'm really good at assassinations, but anything that requires subtlety, not the Mandalorian's cup of tea.
It's not really my thing either.
Throw back to the Jedi Temple.
I'm always willing to learn.
I'll pass. Yeah, I mean, Watch 37. May we inquire what the favor innately is? Or at least is it just a knock on wood favor? You scratch my back now, I scratch your back in the future, essential. Favor
When we
system.
have need of you, we will call upon you. And you will say yes.
Within reason, I imagine. Of importance of the deals.
They will ascribe the reason.
I believe regicide is a pretty high-ranking demand.
Regicide is, you could call it that. I prefer a peaceful transition of power.
I like that one. That one sounds better.
As in resting in peace for one and peacefully ruling for another. But besides the semantics,
Makes our
I
life
will-
easier.
it does make our life
Or
easier.
now, at least, makes our life harder in the future, but that sounds like a future me problem, to be honest.
Well, future me probably has more resources to handle it, but
Exactly.
Then do you accept?
Before I do, allow me to consider all options. But you make a compelling offer, don't go anywhere.
Yes, I will diffuse that with my lord must acknowledge and respond to all the auspices that the Sith value dearly, and all of those that are in this room, what? And I will bow again to everybody to make sure they have been kowtowed to enough to not be too annoyed.
Apprentice Nasira is one who has at least an intimate background regarding the planet. Before we can admit to this action permanently, I would like to hear her opinion on the grand overarching plan regarding the Helms and their place on Ord Veneer. And what this regicide might entail as a political consequence.
Nasira, who is questionably quiet during this time, as she's never been too outspoken before. She does speak up, and rather curtly says that really it could go any way. You are going to kill a leader of a nation, and however you spin it is how it is spun. This isn't an established family. They only have had one king. You could replace them easily.
Regime change by
they're-
Anthony.
Yeah, they
I'm hearing thumbs up here, yeah? That's
they have as much weight to their name as Nasira herself.
Hmm.
I would go even even below that, really, you are still Sith, and they are not. Therefore, I think that makes them perfect political. Let's call them
Fodder.
perfect. What a word.
Political fodder. Hey, what? Let them
And-
sit in the chair and die.
Any of the families that want to take a hold of the throne, if they have other Imperials backing them, that is their only sin, really. They could easily take the throne if we need them to. Like, this isn't a 1,000-year-old hegemony. It is within generation that this happened.
The myth of imperial merit, eh, my lord? And I bow to Rafan.
Well, they are meritoriously puppets. Very good at what they do, and that is being useful.
So if you want to spare them, go for it. If you want to kill them, go for it. The only thing is, you have a plan for the future, and that is really all that is there.
A blank slate. But, considering this one regicide will not be too damaging then, or damaging at all, seems still our best option.
Until unprovoked will speak up thereafter.
Sorry, I coughed.
And he takes a step forward. Lord Kylos looks to the back of his head as if he knows what's going to happen here, but again, doesn't take any stance against or for it. Until we'll bring his hand to the holocom or holo projector and start moving around the map in front of him, and he'll say, "It's easy then. We just take this threat that they have and we blame it everything on them, kill this family, install someone more competent, and that's it."
Easier said than done, my lord.
I don't say a word to him, but I just, after bowing respectfully, super respectfully, I just keep my eyes on him as if he has more to say, or everybody is expecting a response. Pile on the social pressure. You have your you have outbursted, Antil. Go ahead, say it all.
Okay. No, I'm kind of with Dom here.
You just gotta look at him.
Dom, let's put the intimidation face on. Let's just fucking stare at him like he's a moron.
Yeah, give me, or if you want to, give me an intimidation roll. Just to give him a stare down.
Yeah. All right.
Yep. That's the persuasion.
It is persuasion.
Yeah.
So, and who's helping who? Dom, I think you probably have higher.
It's close.
I have 9.
Right now, I'm at 8, so I give you the +1.
All right. Roll the 10.
I am the nice face. Aw, then that one. I'm gonna force point it, which will auto succeed it, but it's worth it. But not by much. You get +1. 21. Not bad.
21.
21.
You stupid.
Thank God the city don't got that in it.
Yeah, God, thank God it doesn't have any until 21 in it.
Thank God the plant doesn't have any red 21 leaking out of it. What's 9 plus 10? 21.
21. You
Thank God.
stupid.
Thank God Veneer doesn't have that leaking out of it. 21.
Staring him down seems to he did seem to be finished with his plan there, but he looks to you, and then he first looks to Dom as if unimpressed and not worthy of even socially combating. He is you seem so far like beneath his notice that he doesn't even seem to register you as a an active participant. Even like he doesn't even know why you're here, to be completely honest. Having never really met you or really have concerns about you, he will then direct his gaze towards his most immediate rival, and he'll continue with a stammer, trying to recover. Let me do a roll real fast.
He's doing the John fucking He's doing the
he touches his index fingers together. I mean, I guess if.
That sounds smart, right? Like, we just installed the more competent guy, right?
There's a slight pause with it, but he seems to recover somewhat okay. He says, well, we find out who is supporting these other claimants, and we and he looks over to Imperial, the Watcher, and he goes, and we just kill them.
And we just fucking kill them.
I do that on Aloran.
My dude Antil walks up to the fucking map and goes, yeah, and those rivals, we're just gonna kill them.
And he takes a step back as if to flex himself out. And the Imperial Intelligence Watcher, she, much the same as Antil looked to you, Dom, she looks to Antil, and then she looks over to the Battle Master, the Mandalorian, and standing next to her, the her quick Vizla underling, and she says, well, a favor to just kill them.
I do not raise my hand.
I don't raise my hand, yeah.
Well, it seems killing them, my lord, will be within your wheelhouse.
After it goes silent, once the awkward silence hits,
I just say anyway.
No. But before that happens,
Anyway,
I wanna burn this a little bit harder. I was thinking about making a deception check, but I just, for the sake of fun, want to roll a bureaucracy check just to see if I can't just add a little bit of burn by actually instantiating, like, okay, supporting this other family and then go killing them, how much harder it would be. Like, I just want to pile it on. Could I make a knowledge bureaucracy for it?
yeah, sure.
Support the local nobility and then kill them.
18. I will, regardless of what happens, I will turn towards Rafan, bow once again, but this time say, my lord, my apologies. I know I have only just made your acquaintance, but in all the time that we've negotiated the allegiances with these noble houses, incompetent as they may be, and sussed out imperial rivalry and determined the threats that face the political body from other known individuals, I am uncertain that I have ascribed greater value to them or to the wheelhouse. My lord, I leave it to your judgment, and now you may say anyways.
I just let that one sit for like a solid 3 seconds, just enough for it to be there, and I'm right. Anyway.
And you see Kylos, he finally makes a movement that otherwise denotes him as not being a statue or some kind of advanced holocron projection, and he raises his hand, of which his cloak is all around him, in an extreme over his shoulders, so that it drapes over his chest as well, and it parts some as he raises his hand, and he puts it upon Antel's shoulder, and gives him this slow pull backwards. And of course, Antel, he seems to protest just a little bit. But even he doesn't seem to have the either the strength to do so, or it finally registers whose hand this is, and he relents. Whichever one comes first is uncertain, but the consequence is the same, and he is pulled back from the table.
Check Big Nerd Central.
Yeah, that's yeah, pretty much, yeah.
him thinking over everything he said. Where did I go wrong? What did I say?
I may have been a little too silly and or goofy for my own good.
Convicted of being goofy as he's fucking dragged away.
You seem to need to spend more time on Korriban until...
No.
You've heard from everybody but the General and the Mandalorian.
Yes. I would like to, and let's see.
There was Khan's note about quickly sequestering Imperial forces after the transition of power.
Yes, that is kind of what I'm getting at is. I don't know how to phrase it exactly.
I mean, I can phrase it easily.
Yeah,
I can do it easily. I will say, General Arun. Ideally, after Imperial intelligence has been finished with their quote-unquote regicide, once the deal has been innately agreed upon with Prince Sem and potentially Prince Anders, Imperial ground forces should be ready at a notice, as we should be able to innately garrison this city as fast as possible in case of any incursion, or I guess I want to say any resistance of any of the Fremen or anything of the like. That way, even if they are to fight, we will have the innate ability of fighting within the city rather than from the outside in.
General Rodrine will take a step forward as he is acknowledged, being a very well-proper mannered Imperial elder as he is. He will nod his head and bow it thereafter, acknowledging the Sith Lord or Sith in the command room, and he will bring his hands behind his back thereafter and speak up. Well, unfortunately, without the reinforcements of other garrisons, while we do have a sizable force stationed here, unfortunately, it will not be under proper Imperial protocol to have this size of a base without manning it as such. We will need to have a conversation regarding which one we favor more, the city or this garrison, and make proper arrangements with that in mind, as if we are attacked from any source in this garrison as we are protecting the city, we could stand to lose a great many resources as well as progress as the only proper garrison on the planet.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I guess I will say, to General Arena response, I'll say, ideally speaking, the city should be our... I don't want to speak for the other Sith, but tactically speaking, which I'm sure you're well aware, as soon as the city is at least taken, all this garrison will be nothing but redundant. As soon as we have access to the spaceport, anything of the like, our priority, tactically speaking, should be to protect said spaceport, as everything going in and out of the planet is going to be going through Chernosk at that point in time.
And here is where he'll remove one of his hands from behind his back and undo the progress or the adjustments that Antil made upon the map, and he will zoom it out to encompass the entire city of Chernosk. And he will state that moving so rapidly towards the city with our size of a force, as well as the forces that accompany us, our own, number one, I'm unsure whether the city is even equipped to handle our garrison of it. Number two, I've seen a number of wars where we do occupy a hostile, or at least less than friendly, alien species, or even near humans, and very, very dismissive and disgusted that with this word as a proper Imperial would be. I have seen entire forces cut down as they have tried to suppress a city. We know nothing of city other than the royal family, and that they have been able to resist our rule, keeping our forces there is sure to dwindle them. We will have many more casualties than we ever have had here. And he'll continue. The safety that we have in even being able to sleep on the planet is an account to the our borders that we have established. We won't have that in the city. We will occupy whatever they give us.
So what do you suggest, General Irene, once we've taken the city? Do we station near lieutenants, COs, a battalion into the city at least for a presence, and retain the garrison here? Is that what you are suggesting?
I offer no suggestions because I do not know anything of the population.
I will put a hand on Aloran's shoulder, not nearly the same way that our dear, unfortunate, not friend Antil did.
Because I was gonna say you would have received a throat punch.
No, it's a quick pat. Like I'm tapping you out. I'm tapping myself in. And then I bow to Rafan and I say, the good general, my lord, presents very astute information, and coming from logistics and infrastructure, even if I butcher that, that's me out of character.
Logistics and production.
Logistics and production. Having a family in the background of logistics and production, I can entirely see his perspective, and I think it is worth taking into account as, well, we do have one offer on the table which, though through a manner most crimson, will assuage some of those concerns as we transfer the city into both our knowledge and our, well, as they say, our friends, our new friends' hands. Rafan, I believe you are equipped to make a decision and keep our troops safe and secure our inevitable progress, say what?
Inevitable indeed. So, the problem before us regarding stationing our troops inside the city is the natural attrition regarding a perhaps not entirely friendly population to Imperial troops. But, on the other hand, the most important resource that we will have at our disposal is the spaceport of Trenosk. Ultimately, securing Trenosk as an Imperial settlement is a priority. But to that end, we will have to gain more information and acquire the extent of, let's say, native misgivings within the city.
I did have a suggestion, my lord, if you would humor me at this most high table.
Go ahead.
Yes, I wait for the formal acknowledge, and I just a little bit more of that salt. While it is not a full roster of our potential more capable and hence more resistant noble families that might oppose us, I did think that perhaps in the terms of the treaty that will be written by your hand and mine, that we might include provisions such as the stationing of a new force, new garrison, independent of ours, but stemming from some of our beachheads, or even potentially from orbit, an entirely new and fresh force that is here for friendly Imperial, one might say, military defense. As terms of an entirely peaceful and mutually agreed upon treaty, and not the price for regicide.
Of course. Nothing related to the point.
Indeed, it is only bribery if something nefarious is going on.
But noted, accepted. Still a situation for the future. For the time being, we will have to accept that we must maintain our own border security within the outpost and ensure that the helms fall in line regarding their forces. It is better that they police themselves, and we police them.
Military defense.
Is there anything further, General Rodrine, from your point?
Well, ultimately, we are under the command of you Sith, though I do wish to extend my hesitancy of accepting anything to do with the natives here.
I share your sentiment, General, and nothing would please me more if we could simply take our military and sweep away this rabble. But I think it better for all of us if they do the dying for us. So, we will continue on this path and preserve the Empire's strength for those situations that truly deserve it. But have your men on standby for... They will test their mettle soon in Kreenan.
I mean, if we really want to, we can have the Mandalorians on standby to put them any resistance down, I guess, brutally speaking. If there is any.
This is true. The final piece that we have not yet considered is the perspective of our, let's say, Mandalorian attaché. I believe that in this situation, perhaps may not call for the expertise of the Mandalorians, specifically, unless you have a suggestion.
I look at LOL.
Her hands, as if she was pondering an orb, float around her, the dome of her helmet. And she'll speak up, not too seemingly concerned with formalities anymore. The different clans that are moving, well, you should know that we're being called to different parts of the planet, so we cannot offer you the same protection that otherwise would be yours, as the other Imperials are landing. So just keep that in mind. You know, you guys have been skating by on a lot of Mandalorian support, but it's not always going to be there. In fact, many of the clans are moving out in the coming days. It seems like that's all you really have.
Understood. Though, in future, as the situation develops, we will reapproach you with greater promises of loot and plunder.
The biggest, in fact.
Biggest on the planet. But when that time comes, of course.
We taking the deal of our Imperial Intelligence for regicide.
I see one thumbs up.
I thumbs up.
I'm thumbs up, thumbs up. I'm seeing thumbs up.
Let's use Imperial Intelligence to kill King Reggie. Let's go.
Yeah. Let's kill them all, as Antel says. Let's kill them all!
The only good Benirian is a dead Benirian.
That's,
I stare in the Nasira.
Yeah, Nasira stares right at you as you say that.
I'm from Ord Mantell, and I say kill them all.
I guess, ideally speaking, like Nasira, I don't think Sem is married, right?
We don't know.
I'm from Serrano, and I say kill them all.
This is a hypothetical question. This is a hypothetical statement. I don't believe Sem to be married. Nasira is unmarried. Nasira is a.
I right click Sim and I hit arranged marriage.
Yeah, exactly. Matrilineally.
I plot to kill his dad.
Well, like,
and we're about to inherit his land.
If their claim of quote unquote blood is, you know, true, right? If we at least politically ally Nasira to Sem, and ideally that would
be
put
dead in like 5 minutes, bro. We could.
Yeah, well, not before a baby comes. And then
listen, I feel like we're really 5 steps ahead of the curve.
All I need, John, is 2 minutes. Let's be honest. 30 seconds, if I'm honest. So,
I think the question is 30 seconds to convince Nasira to marry Sim. That's the real fucking. That's what I'm gonna choose to interpret what you meant.
But not a bad idea, but I think that's an even higher bureaucracy persuasion game than even Dr. Kladdu is playing. Because I hate to say
I'd have to Destiny point that one.
We haven't even
That'd be funny.
determined if ladies are seen as people in their politics. Like, they could be going ancient Greece over there, as far as we know.
Yeah, we haven't met a single, like, important female character in, fucking Trenas.
That's true. We haven't met anybody important in Trenas.
That too.
Meat.
Antel, is that you?
Yeah, but I'm hiddenly based, and he's openly dumb. Me, openly based. You, openly dumb. Yeah, okay.
Antel's a based retard.
I will, I'll look to Watcher 37. Well, I think that Imperial Intelligence is best equipped for this task. And I think that with the development of the results, we will be in a fine position to return the favor.
She nods her head, and rather expectingly, as if already prepared for this, she extends forward a little chit, and she says, "Your shuttle pilot, the sergeant."
Sergeant QUASAR.
Yes, give him and say delimit to him. And
I didn't catch that second part. I heard give him, and then I didn't.
Delimit. Say
delimit.
Oh, okay.
And he will do everything else.
Sergeant QUASAR, no!
That is incredibly efficient, Watcher 37. I am impressed. We will go and see the results of this meeting. General Madrine, I will see you at a later date to discuss the details of our future occupation.
I salute, but I bow to the Sith after.
Yes. This meeting is adjourned. And big bows, and let's get to it.
I'll bow to everyone except Antil.
I will still bow to Antil. I am the respectful man.
I bow in their general direction.
I bow to everybody.
Do you bite your thumb at me? I bite my thumb in your
But
general
not at
direction.
But not at you.
God, that just reminded me of the fucking modern remake of Shakespeare, like Romeo and Juliet with the gun.
Yeah, I sent somebody an email
Is that
Wait, are you talking about the one where like the guy? Yes, that one.
It's like fucking...
Can you believe that I saw that in English class in high school?
I did
Yeah.
too.
I did too.
Yeah.
Isn't that
They
fucking
made
weird?
you watch that in English
Oh my
class?
God.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wait,
It
what
was
did
an
you watch?
optional day.
Romeo and Juliet, the
The
I guess
gun
like the
edition.
early 2000 one.
Yeah,
I
the
had to
Los
watch
Angeles-
that too.
Loaded.
the
I had to
Los
watch that,
Angeles gang
and I
of
had to
paradise.
watch
I watched it in
Macbeth.
school.
I had to watch the Romeo and Juliet one and the Macbeth one.
We didn't watch the Macbeth
Just the
one. thank
Macbeth
God.
one? I didn't see that one.
It is a
Wait,
Macbeth movie.
Michael Fassbender one.
No, I think it's a 80s like or 90s
Yeah,
one.
Michael Fassbender is in a remake of Macbeth, and it's really good.
Don't think maybe. I think no.
It's like mid 2010s.
Maybe. Could have probably seen it.
pretty good.
I thought I saw like an old Macbeth, like a fucking like
let's
19 fucking one. I think it was like 1979 one.
Fassbender.
The Rapier 9mm.
Yeah, it came out 2015.
Well, it is 727. But
yeah, we're not gonna do.
yeah,
we're not gonna.
next. I think we
Do we want to
have the
end here, or
plan,
do you guys want
right?
to plan more?
I mean, obviously, we
should get Sam in person. In person, we should have Sam in person with us to make the deal so that when he arrives back in the city, or at least we should talk to Sam now to confer and agree upon what we have so that he officially becomes our puppet. I say I say us as a collective term, yet I mostly say you, because he ain't my puppet.
right, but I'm pretty sure we have to kill his dad first.
Yeah, but
Yes.
as soon as he starts like acting funny and starts betraying us, you know,
Well,
John's
that's why
gonna
I
whip
wanna-
out the whole hour puppet bit.
Well, that's what. Yeah.
Figurative and literal treaty signing as a cover for whatever happens. Or
Yeah, I mean, do we want to like?
And we could potentially even say that it was Anders that did it. That killed his dad.
I think we let him housekeep whatever happens.
Yep.
Like, Imperial Intelligence is gonna clean their hands. However he wants to spin the story. Let him.
Do we want to look at this chit? Like, what is on it? Because I don't have no idea what the fuck is about to happen when we say delimit. I mean, he might just kamikaze the fucking ship right into the king's like bedroom or something.
Yeah, I was gonna say we don't associate with QUASAR anymore. Like, QUASAR's gone.
The difference is, so it really just depends on. Am I here? Hello?
Yep.
Yes,
Yeah.
No, you're here.
Up.
Okay.
I think he's okay.
Sorry. I thought I was like, sorry, I'm checking my internet.
You're good.
The extent of which you want to go. So right now you've only told Imperial Intelligence, hey, we're gonna we just want to kill him. So
Oh yeah,
it really just depends on if you want to kill if you want him dead, that's easy for Imperial Intelligence to do. Like, they just kill someone.
No problem.
Yes,
Yeah.
But the stabilization after is also what Imperial Intelligence can do.
Mm-hmm. That would be great.
So it really just like, and that will change the weight of your favor to be returned.
Yeah, because at that point,
QUASAR will or the man you think is QUASAR smiles. Well,
fuck, I have to kill QUASAR now. God damn. I fucking force lightning him first before he can betray me, like Quinn does. God, that's a hard call, because if they do the stabilization efforts, which they also can do really well, kind of the whole deal. Basically, we're handing them the whole city. Like, we've already given them Trinosk at that point.
But it's hard.
yeah, they could probably reorganize it how they want to.
Which I don't see a problem with. My only thought is if we want to get slightly less undertow, we could implement Project QUASAR ourselves and then have them clean up. But
well, again, the whole point is to. The whole point of hiring Imperial Intelligence in the first place
yes, to do it cleanly.
was
So
to
if we can't
do it cleanly,
so if
and
we
then also
can't- yeah. So if we want to do the whole kit and caboodle, I don't have a problem with it. It's just if we thought we could have them just clean up. But I think cleanup is more important than.
I also just don't want to be blamed, the Imperials to be blamed, and then us to be basically fucked regardless. Because, again, getting it done is one thing, but then also public image is, as the Americans say, hearts and minds. So, granted, I guess we don't really give a fuck about their hearts and minds mostly when we get there, but we have to give the illusion of hearts and minds until we ultimately have full control of the city.
We also have a few days, so if we wanted to implement Project QUASAR, get Zim's good word. Hey, he's dead. We have the next part. You're going to sign this magical piece of paper that we told you, don't go to school the day that Project QUASAR happened. Sign the piece of paper and prove we're going to be friends, and we'll clean it all up. But we do it in that order. Project QUASAR, you become our puppet, project cleanup. Maybe that's the
Yeah.
steps.
But we do need to know what our cleanup is, because
And that's what
I
we
think
get from him.
I think we can do it ourselves. I don't think we need Imperial intelligence, but we should discuss at least a groundwork for it. And I think
That's not my quota. My quota is getting to the city. I don't know fucking shit about cleanup.
the best way is to keep the ball rolling. You know? Hey man, if they thought they were going to be angry with us because we killed the king, because except we didn't. We never killed the king. Why not just let's come up with the cover story that points the Trinoskians in our direction, the direction forward towards enemy. Say another
Mega
hostile city, the mega city Kreenan, sent out an assassin to kill the king,
Yes.
and we get that guy, some guy, any guy, we don't care. Total kangaroo court, which we proved that there already is a kangaroo court. We put him on trial, and then we execute him, and hold that trial up to the Trinoskians as, hey, these guys didn't want us allying together because they feared our growing power. Let's go fuck them up.
Okay, so let me. That's a good point, John. With the enemy of an enemy, essentially, continue on the thing.
Enemy of my enemy.
I have to also point this out in case anyone else has forgotten this. Anders is the key towards the Fremen and the royal family. He is the son, or at least he is married to the lower levels of Trinosk. Right? So, I mean, let's be honest. Let's be blunt in speaking. It was Anders was the one doing the Fremen aspect of fighting us. That was him. That shit's so fucking easy to fucking say. I can almost put. I bet one testicle on that bitch. So if we really wanted to, again, this is really wanted to, and this is keeping it central, city-based, rather than, again, we don't have an invasion force for Kreenan, let alone an invasion force, lately speaking, for Trinosk. We have enough to keep the pressure on, but I don't think we have enough force elite to outright kill Trinosk in an outright battle. Just us, currently. So I feel like we would be useless going to Kreenan unless we signed a deal. What we could do is, if we wanted to, we could create a new enemy within Anders and fight the lower level.
I really don't like Anders.
No, bro. What do you mean? You literally. Okay, one, map room.
Okay, he's mad. He's really good.
One, yes. Map room. Two, yep. He fucked everything in the first place. 3, he's the one that was fighting us in the entire goddamn place until we gave Sem back, and Sem was like, hey, stop doing that, dickhead.
Yep.
Oh, 4, we know he's gonna try and fuck over Sem. That's an inevitable aspect. Inevitable aspect.
Yeah, I mean, I called it all the way back in Gerard Butler's ass, the episode. Yes.
So, innately speaking, he is not going to...
Do you not remember that joke?
Run that by me one more time.
Gerard Butler's ass.
Remember we fucking had the door open and everything? We were looking over the landscape. I was making the big funny about, like, looking ominously outside.
Oh, right.
Facing away from him, and you said just like Gerard Butler's ass. And
I wouldn't remember if you said 300 joke. Right, not just...
That was the episode's name, Gerard Butler's ass.
Oh, was it?
I did not name it that.
I named it in my head that.
Oh, okay.
Because it was funny. It was a good bit.
It was a good bit.
I mean, I think
I'm fucking hilarious.
Addressing it is, ignoring it's not going to help anyone. Addressing it innately is, because the more we ignore it, the more he's going to just get, like, even if we get the city, he's going to get more and more powerful under our fucking nose until he has an opportunity to take advantage of it. That's just an innate aspect that he's going to do, right?
Well,
we know it's coming. It's not like we don't know it's coming. We know it's coming. It's inevitable.
Yes.
Well, that's why we divert. Well, hold on. I'll let Duncan.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say I don't know that we have the war score to capitalize on it right now.
Not Kreenan. We don't have enough fucking troops for.
I don't even think we
Well,
have enough war score to
combined.
knock out fucking Prince Bitch. I think
Yeah.
we need to let him sit there in incompetence for a minute and then secure everything around him so he's walled in. And that involves the regicide and then cleaning up. And I'm gonna be honest, I'm not sure we have enough. I don't know that we have someone expendable enough to do the assassination as an indistinguishable op. The cleanup, I think we could do it, and with Zem's interference, we can make it look very not us. The cleanup, though, that's the big one. 'Cause I don't know that the other families are going to be trustworthy. I don't know that his legacy really matters. Everything that John had said earlier about, oh, well, we know things might get fucked, but we can pose this as a new threat and a new alliance that, they might want to exploit. They might just as easily ally with Antil, be like, oh, look, they killed our king. We hated that guy. Help us, literally. I'm from Ord Mantell. Let's kill them all. In Antil's words.
Yeah, but Sem's idea is Sem wants to continue to be prosperous so he can be the king of the city. As soon as Sem steps out of place, and it can be easily replaced by Anders, right? That's the line that Sem has. That's the kicker, is that he needs to work with us to become the king of all of Ord Banir, and if he steps out of line for us, we can simply go to Anders. That is our gambit, right? Innately,
option.
It's innately our gambit on that aspect. So Sem has to basically, once this is done, Sem has to heal like a little good dog, because if he doesn't, he's easily replaceable, right? Anders is the wild card in the situation, but I get it. I understand. I just don't understand what our cleanup would be. Granted, I don't know if Imperial Intelligence is going to do a secret assassination or if they're going to just fucking 9/11 it. With a transport ship, which we probably should know, because that's really fucking important. Because I would prefer a silent assassination over, again, Imperials being blamed. But
the less we know, the less it can be pointed at us. So it's actually a good degree of separation that I kind of like. Because however Imperial Intelligence chooses to spin it, their agents are pretty good at covering themselves. Hell, we didn't know that cowering Captain QUASAR was an asset.
You know all you need to know, and nothing more.
And Imperial Intelligence had already pressed upon us that
he's a sleeper agent.
We are independent entities acting in concert. They owe us nothing, least of all an explanation. So
what do you guys want to do for cleanup? That's the kicker then. Either we agree to Imperial Intelligence doing cleanup, or we solve a plan for cleanup. I don't know anything regarding cleanup other than simply Mandalorian boots on throats and fucking shoot and kill people, Antil style. Ultimately,
I can deception and persuasion slightly almost as good as Rafan. I'd be willing to play
that's one thing, but we need a plan in the first place.
You have the ability to edit hollow footage, right?
Yeah. It takes time and effort, and it's not complete, but I can do it.
Well, I think that's literally choose any schmuck from the fucking city. Grab the nearest homeless man at the bottom of the city and just put him on trial.
Who's that? Is that senator still alive that we that met us at the original place? The ambassador?
Oh God, wouldn't that be funny? Yeah, put him on trial. I don't care.
Is he the one?
Random homeless person, and we say it's Freeman extremist. The king was killed on a bridge where there are usually cameras and guards, but the guards were absent and the cameras were pointing opposite directions.
What was the
died
ambassador's
by
name again?
suicide.
What?
What was the ambassador's name again? The one that
You never got told.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think he had one. But
But he worked for
ultimately,
Sam.
I think
He works for Sem?
Yeah.
Never mind then. I thought he worked for Anders.
Oh no, he sorry, he did work for.
Fuck that guy then.
I know that I'm going to choke Anders out because of that one line he said to me in the very first session that I remember vividly. But I will get my revenge for it. I'm just not right now.
I mean,
Just when we're in a more
a line.
advantageous position.
I mean, I'll be honest. At least, like, realistically speaking, in terms of Aloran and the character, this is way over his head. I just know Aloran knows fighting and tactics. Those are the two things I know. So Sealy, I feel like in characterly, I guess, in a better way to put it, I cannot provide anything.
Also, John, I can edit the recording. I would need a minimum 4 on my dice to succeed.
And with a force point, that's
Minimum 3.
what, minimum 3? Yeah. Not bad.
What did he say to you, John, that you remember vividly?
He is allowing us to breathe Orbinerian air. So I am going to force grip him, and I am going to tell him I am revoking his permission to breathe my air.
Careful not to choke on your aspirations.
The son of a bitch. He doesn't remember it, but I do because I'm petty. But I think killing him, of course, yes, easy. Clean up. I think we pin it on another city. We get the war fervor on our side, and we just roll the ball. And we just deceive our way into it. Use the footage, use the good speeches, rile them up, give them a good enemy to focus on, and make them feel like the Imperials are going to be helping them get revenge on an attack on Trenoski and Glory. Just help Sim play up a great big eulogy of the father. They took Trenosk during the fall of the Republic. They shot down the Republic, and they've been jealous ever since. They've always been jealous of our glory. Just gaslight them. Gatekeep them. Girl boss them.
Well, it's doable. I mean, I can edit the footage as long as I don't absolutely whiff the roll. And I mean, if we do it, we don't get caught. I get to sit in the computer room. I take 10, and then it's done.
So the plan is gaslight, assassinate, girl boss.
That's if we want to do it that way. If we have suddenly
Bro,
decided,
that's fucking Watcher 37's tagline.
If we have suddenly decided we don't want to work with Imperial intelligence, we can do all of this ourselves.
Well, it's not that I don't want to work with them, because obviously we've already agreed to one favor for getting the assassination in. It's if we agree to them doing the cleanup, they have the city, basically. We're just giving over control. And gaslighting and girl bossing is like diplomacy's whole fucking shtick.
Yes. So, okay, We have them do the assassination part. We clean up. I can edit footage. I can frame the treaty in a beneficial light for us. We strong arm them into, hey, we clean this up. This is our process. We then execute on cleaning it up. We get footage framing the other city and the Republic. Probably not the most obvious, or it's not like it's gonna be super foolproof. Anybody that's like got a good perception will probably see through it, but it's the official stance of the new regime. And
yes.
The new regime is in lockstep with us because their enemies have sided with the Republic and decided, along with all of the other interlopers that have hated the Zim dynasty, whatever.
The Helms.
The Helms, that it is time for regime change. But Helm has said no, there will be no regime change because I will be a good boy.
Right. And probably not necessarily the Republic. I think that should just be Kreen.
Yeah, but we know
on its own.
has
multiple districts,
and they have Republic sympathy. Didn't we go over that with my last big roll on them? They have generally stronger Republic sympathy.
I think they were generally Republic colonizers, I think. Right?
Who's this?
Kreenan.
Kreenan is a whole mixed bag, and to attribute any one belief to them is flawed.
Yeah.
They started out as a pirate colony and expanded outwards.
Well, okay, we just frame them then.
But it is so wildly big that
who would you be
encompasses
framing?
many cities that and corporations. It would be it would just be like, why would they do it?
Makes me almost not even want to touch the Kreenan option and just go with fuck Republic.
Yeah, but I feel like the Republic might be... It is easy, but it's what standing on the planet do they have? Which may not even be necessary. I mean, as long as they just don't expect us.
I can fucking edit in one of those fucking rock candy fucking red people.
The forbidden rock candy people.
You want that, John? You want everybody knowing about that after we talk to the Dark?
Nothing happened. What do you mean? Rock candy? I love rock candy. What? I think... I mean, we could have the Fremen just did it. And they were paid in a roundabout. We do a whole grand conspiracy that is so confusing, no one can help but believe it. Zerka paid the Fremen to kill the Helms, to incorporate Trenosk into Kreenan under corporate control.
Under corporate control.
You've been watching too much fucking Blade
so that they could
well, I mean, Zerka
bait the
is
Republic to come back and fight the Sith so that they can leverage control over the Sith and increase their stock numbers, which would allow them to expand to more planets. And then, I
mean,
I've run out of steam. I know nothing about Zerka.
Zerka is mining. Zerka's mining corporation, mining industrial, is in Kreenan, right?
They do have an outfit there, yes.
And Zerka is a nationalized
No, they are independently corpo.
No, I'm pretty sure their headquarters is on Korriban.
Are
Yeah, that's definitely not Korriban.
what?
I'm
It's
pretty
not
sure.
Dromitas either. Circa has their own fucking corporate office in like a neutral space. That's what the black hole daily is.
John, I'm gonna send you
No,
this.
CZ-198.
Zerka has...
CZ-198 was like
There you go,
the
John.
Republic and Empire trying to take over, like a hostile takeover of CZ-198 because Zerko is going out of business.